Hey, what's going on? This side Mosquiat, and you checking out Animal Status.
Shade 45, what's up? I'm DJ Wonder. You know what time it is? Animal Status. I have to get this fire started. I'm going to welcome a new member to the Midnight Society tonight. He goes by the name of Cy Mosquiat. What up, Cy Mosquiat? How you doing,
What's
man?
going on? What's going on? I can't call it, man.
All the way from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania originally. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And I think I know that you like one song. It's called Parents Just Don't Understand by Fresh Prince and DJ
Yes,
Jazzy
sir.
Jeff. What how did that get you started in this whole rap thing?
That's just what inspired me to rap. Like I just took a liking to that song at a young age. You know what I mean? It was some clean hip hop for a kid. You know what I mean? So that's what inspired me to just start spitting. You know what I mean?
I could never listen to parental advisory records when I was growing up, so I had to listen to
Yeah,
to clean stuff. Is that something
yeah.
you would ever be interested in doing, like a straight clean album?
A clean record, like clean records maybe, but because it's just it's. I feel like it's a lot of things that that block you when you got cursing in your record now, like that they with a lot of the promotion and stuff. So
Hmm.
I'm interested in clean records, but like a whole project would be hard. I
Uh,
don't know if I could do that.
well, it might be beneficial to you. You could be the new Kids Bop, Cy Mosquiat. You might want to check it out. Who from Philly did you look up to besides Will Smith growing up?
Beanie Siegel, of course. Philly's Most Wanted. I liked them a lot. I like the Philly's Most Wanted a lot.
Name me two songs. I know one song from Philly's Most Wanted. Name me two songs from Philly's Most Wanted. Go.
But I can't give you. I know the Can I Cross the Border
Yeah, there you go. That's fine. I get it, man. That's the one
and
right
Please Don't
there.
Mind.
Okay,
Yeah,
yes, the two Neptunes bangers right there.
yeah.
What's the first, besides Parents Just Don't Understand? What other, like, some of the first songs you remember being played hip hop wise growing up?
50 Cent. Uh, Get Rich or Die Trying.
Freeway, right? It was the same
Yeah,
era as 50 Cent, like
yeah,
what we
yep.
do and everything.
Freeway. The that whole What We Do Is Wrong, all that whole and in Philly, we came up watching a lot of like DVDs rap when I was young.
Hmm.
Like we watched a lot of like rappers spitting on DVD. Like we had rap DVDs. I know later it progressed and got to New York, like they had to come up DVD or smack DVDs and
Smack.
all that.
Yep.
But we lived and died by that. So like a lot of Philly, we wasn't even listening to music all the time. It was like we go home and pop a DVD in. You feel me?
Yeah. So eventually you ended up leaving Philadelphia. You're based out of Brooklyn now. Is that correct?
No, I'm back in PA. But I'm like in between PA, in between Philly and New York. I'm like right in between it. So but I was in Brooklyn for 4 years.
Why'd you go there?
I had some relationships at Rock Nation. I wanted to be close and try to build some things in there. It just it was just a new environment, especially for hip hop. And I do fashion too. I got a clothing brand. So it just was a lot of opportunity out there for me, music and clothing wise.
Right. I understand. I pretty much the same. I came from Delaware originally. I'm from Delaware. I went
Oh
to
word?
came to New York when I was around 17. But I think if I was a kid now that was going to get started in the music industry, I would go to like Atlanta or probably Los Angeles. Did you
Yeah.
did you think about those areas as well?
Yeah, we're gonna take the trip to Atlanta once the album is out. We're gonna take
Nice.
the trip to Atlanta. That's the new place for the hip hop right now.
Right. Why'd you choose the name Mosquiat? It has to do with Jean-Michel Basquiat, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All around inspiration, like that's my guy. Like on to just inspire me to be different. He was just who he was. You know what I mean? He didn't care what you think. He just was comfortable with who he was. You know what I mean? And he was just all around creative. You know what I mean? He brought just a whole new style to art. You know what I mean? So
Are you familiar?
Basquiat was my.
You familiar? Basquiat sniffed so much cocaine that he put a hole through the septum in his nose. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
He
And
also
that wasn't on the movie. I don't think.
he also died of a heroin overdose. Are you willing to do what it takes for your art, Cy Mosquiat?
I ain't willing to go that
All
crazy.
right, man. You want to get creative, but not that creative. I understand. You put out an album called Teef, 2017. Now that was
Yeah.
that was dedicated to your friend. Is that true?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Why
Yep. That was
why did
dedicated to
you
my homie.
decide to name that album that? And are the songs based around your relationship with him, or that's just what you were feeling at the time
Uh,
when it was time to name the album?
Nah, he that was the album. That was the album I dropped right after he got murdered. That was like one of my closest friends. He got murdered in 2017. So that was the project that came right after he got murdered. That dropped, I believe, April, and he got murdered in March.
Hmm.
So it was like right after. You know what I mean?
Do you ever feel his presence anytime? I know we just came off of Halloween, but
Uh,
do you ever feel like He's around
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's weird with the music. Like him, I got two homies, him and a homie named Quan, and I got songs called Quan music, and I got a song called Teef music. But Quan music is like the one that's bigger. That's the one that's like more of a series, and I'm on like part five. My new album is gonna have part five, and it's like I name those songs after I do them because it's like those songs are songs that I feel like is their type of rap that they like to hear from me. And it's like when I'm doing them records, it's like I just could feel their whole presence while I'm recording them records because it's like it's meant for them. That's how I know after it's like that was made for them. Like that's the one right there that he would have liked.
Nice. And then so you also after that you did the Grease album. That was like
Mm-hmm.
2018. And what's the meaning of the title Grease?
I did this thing on Instagram, and it's actually where I got a lot of my attention from. I did a thing on where I rap 365 days straight on Instagram. I did a freestyle every day, and it was called 365 Days of Grease. And Grease is just like just talking fly, talking your shit. You know what I mean? We just call it Grease. Like I mean, and it actually came from my homie Teef that died. So he used to always just tell me like talk that Grease. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
and
okay.
after that, it just stuck with me. I mean, that Grease was stuck with me for about 2 years. Just the whole Grease. It was side Mosquiat and Grease. Like, you know what I mean? That stuck with me.
All right, yes,
So that's where that
I was
came
making
from.
sure I wasn't missing out on any kind of slang. I was going to take it to Urban Dictionary, but
Yeah.
you guys made up that term grease. Okay, I
Yeah,
get
we
it
made
now.
the grease up. Yeah,
Nice.
we
So
made the grease up.
a lot of people want to do that in the 365 days of something, or they want to like
Yeah,
write a song
yeah.
that comes out every Friday or something like that.
It was
But
a pain. It was crazy, man.
eventually you lose motivation. Most people do, or sometimes they wake
Bro.
up ugly, or
Yeah,
they get in an accident. You don't want to show your face, or something
bro.
happens
For
throughout a
a
year.
whole year, I had to stay dead. I hate to
Yeah.
stay dedicated. I ain't miss one day. I ain't miss one day. I was sick doing greases. Like it was crazy. I got greases videos. I got them all archived. Like, we going to release them on YouTube eventually. Like 10 at a time. But I got videos where I'm like in bed sick rapping. Yeah, it was
That's what it
crazy.
takes, man. That's what it takes.
Yeah, it was crazy.
What would you say to any young person coming out right now that to keep them motivated? What kept you motivated during that whole year?
Just stay you, like stay true to your talent, like, and you go and bust through. Like that's how I feel. um I wasn't doing like too much melodic stuff and all that, and like everybody, like, not everybody, there was people that would say I would be like boxed in because I wasn't getting too melodic, and you know what I mean, but I could rap real good. So it's like I always believed in my talent and where it was going to take me, and it's working out for me now. So it's just, if you believe in it, fuck what everybody else saying, just go, put your foot on the gas and don't let up.
Do you need to have a bankroll behind you to get popping nowadays? Can you just do it off of just you sitting in your bedroom?
I think it's possible. I think it's possible to still do it. It's just that's that one in a million chance. Your chances is higher with a bag behind you.
Right.
You know what I mean? The chances is definitely higher with a bag behind you, but you still got that organic pop off, grabbed attention, viral video, like that still exists. You feel me?
Mm.
That still exists. It's just you can't call it. You got more control of you over your destiny and your future with the bag behind you. You know what I mean?
Before Sai, we had talked about you had a clothing brand. It's called Love Your
Yes, sir.
Face, right?
Yeah.
Love Your Face. This started
Yep.
in 20. What was this?
11.
2011. Okay, that's right.
Yep.
2011. And this kind of helps. You wanted to help kids with depression. Is that originally why you wanted to
Yeah, like
start this?
just anti-suicide movements, just self-esteem boosters, stuff like that.
Mm.
Confidence, you know what I mean? It's that type of thing.
Now, is this come off of something that you were feeling at the time? Do you ever had those feelings?
Nah, it comes off of not a feeling of me feeling like depressed and uh having low self-esteem. It comes off of me feeling the actual opposite, and I don't like to see people feeling depressed and having low self-esteem and things of that sort. And then later on, I had a cousin attempt to commit suicide, and I had another cousin that actually committed suicide.
Wow.
So that's where it came. You know what I mean? It started getting more serious. You know what I mean?
So,
But it was just like, that was just my just due. You know what I mean? Like, I did a lot of wrong in the world. I committed a lot of crime and shit. So it's like, this is my good. You know what I mean? This is my good karma. You know what I mean? I feel like, everybody has something that they stand behind. Some people stand behind, no violence. Some people stand behind, stop racism. Like, what I feel true to and what I can stand behind and really mean it and say it with my chest is everybody should walk around with confidence and love themselves for whoever that they are, whoever God made them. You know what I mean? So that's just my good that I want to put in the world.
all right. Well, I appreciate that. But I looked at your press photos, man, and you're wearing Gucci. Today you're wearing Dior. How
Hmm.
come you're not wearing Love Your Face in every single photo to promote your own brand?
I don't really, I ain't really big on cross promoting like side Mosquiat with the brand. It was, I mean, it was a, it was sometimes it's a mistake and sometimes it helps me. Um, uh, the content of my music isn't really it definitely shows confidence and it definitely shows that, but it's just not 100% positive. You know what I mean? And Love Your Face has a following of its own. Like Love Your Face has its own legs. So it's a lot of people that don't even know I own Love Your Face that wear Love Your Face. It has
Mm,
its own like legs to it. And I never really cross promoted them big. I wear Love Your Face, but I wear it just like I wear any other brand.
right. Okay, sounds good. And then, what's one thing you would innovate in fashion besides just getting a T-shirt and putting a logo on it or something like that? What's one thing you would change right now, with your brand?
Uh, just I like bringing a new fit. I like bringing well, it's starting to come out the bigger fit, but I'm like interested in like the bigger fit stuff. So
Yeah,
like that's what I like. I like I would push that. I would push the shift to like bigger, like away from the tight clothes now,
nice.
just more to like a more comfortable, relaxed fit.
I would suggest some 5XL Mitchell and Ness jersey style. Let's bring that back. All right, that
We
sounds good,
can't go
Simon.
back that far.
All
We go
right.
that big, man. God.
Now you have a new album coming out. Thanks for nothing. When I heard that title, it reminded me of like a Drake title when he first started. Is there any kind of
Yeah.
Drake reference there, or is that just
No, it's not really a Drake reference. It's just the mood. That's just the mood. That's just where I've been at with in the last like I'll say year. I just where how I've been feeling.
mm,
Thanks for nothing.
do you ever feel the need, like you talked before about people were telling you you're not melodic enough or you're just a
Mhm.
straight rapper? Do you feel the need that you have to conform with what's on the radio now?
Nah, nah. I don't think that's true. Because it's not like actual lyrics. It's not like actual lyricism is something that like was like a trend or a fad. Like that's the basis of hip hop. So
Mm,
I feel like lyricism is never gonna go nowhere. There's always gonna be people that want to hear that. You just got to know how to do it. You know what I mean? There's people that's lyrical and it's boring. You know what I mean? It's given. It's like it's just boring in today's time. It's like they people just drift away from it after it's on for about 3 songs. So you gotta like Drake. I feel like Drake is excellent. Like Drake is excellent at rapping, and he knows how to rap to make it relevant in today's time.
mm. Okay, so I guess we're gonna figure that out and find out about that on Thanks for Nothing coming in November.
Yeah.
Now, what is the what's the deal with your sample selection? Because that's one thing I noticed. For Hold You Down has
Yeah.
the Mary J. Blige sample, then Honey Bun, which I also have heard has a
Mm-hmm.
Brandy sample.
Randy.
Are you a big
Yeah.
'90s R&B person?
Yeah. The crazy thing is, I don't listen to no new R&B. Like, as far as new people I listen to, I'll listen to Jeremiah. He's my top guy. Like in the new ages. Jeremiah. I'll probably listen to Usher, but I mean, he go back, so they don't even count. But like Jeremiah, I listen to some Bryson Tiller, but like I don't listen to no. Besides maybe 3, 4 artists, I don't listen to no new R&B. I only listen to '90s R&B.
Mm.
It's just something about it. Like it's something about the '90s R&B that's it's different. It's just different.
I think that's what it is. It's like cycles. That people say like '70s, like Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye stuff was the pinnacle, and then also the '90s. Now people are looking back and they only listen to '90s stuff. Kids that are born now,
Yeah,
so maybe
yeah,
the 2020s will be Cy Mosquiat's era. You never know, right?
yeah. Right,
All
right,
right. Do you have to
right.
go? Do you have to have a TikTok viral hit to be popping now?
I don't think so. I'm hearing that the labels is signing off of TikTok. I
Yeah.
heard like that's their like go to for like signing new artists. Like it's like TikTok. Like, but I feel like that's where you go for microwave rap. Like any microwave artist, I think you go there. Like that's TikTok. And no, not taking nothing away from any of those guys. You know what I mean? There's money in being a microwave artist. But that shoot up to the top real fast, die out. Like I feel like that's the TikTok thing. Just like all the other trendy stuff platforms that came along that people blew up on, they signed off of. You know what I mean?
Mm. So what's the craziest thing you'd be willing to do to promote your craft? Would you do any stunts online or anything like that?
I ain't really an antic guy. I ain't really an antic guy. I don't really got it in me. Like I'm just like real laid back, cool. I don't really do too much. So it's like it's hard to come up with an antic that would fit Side Mosquiat's persona. You know what I mean?
What about
It's
the
really hard to come up with one.
what about the battle rap scene? Have you ever messed with that at all?
Like we used to battle coming up. Like I'm from Philly, you know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
coming up, but I'm not really like big on it. It's a couple artists that I watch. Sue Surf, he's like a battle rapper that I watch. He's actually on a project too,
Yeah.
but he's a battle rapper that I watch. The guy Daylight, I like him.
See,
And maybe probably a two Loaded Lux, he's my favorite. Yeah,
that's what I
Loaded
was
Lux,
thinking
but
about.
maybe
They like popped into my mind when you said antics, because that's the guy you could just go to, just DM him,
yeah,
ask him what you should do, get a quick viral video. Cy Mosquiat is
yeah.
popping everywhere. Trust me, battle scene,
No,
TikTok
he's a
scene.
genius. He's a genius. Like he knows how. I always say like some people know how to internet. Like I don't know really. I'm not really great at interneting. You know what I mean? I know how to get dressed. You know what I mean? Take some nice pics, put up some good music. Like that's all I got to offer. You know what I mean? But these guys like are awesome at interneting. Like, and he's a prime example. He knows how to internet.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, we're gonna figure it out, Cy Mosquiat. I promise you that. All right, man. Listen, it's time. I gotta put out the fire. They're kicking me out of here. Let everybody know where they can reach you online.
My at name is the same. My username or whatever is the same on all platforms all across the board. SYMOSQUIAT. That's SYMOSQUIAT.
All right, man. Thank you again, Cy Mosquiat. It's
Thanks for
Animal
having me.
Status. Animal Status, baby, only on Shade 45.
My God, appreciate it.